Alright, sir.
Try importing it and let me see. Please, Dixon has an issue, and I want to help him resolve the issue. Maybe you might also come across the same challenge. So let's see the issue he has. Okay, so this you can start.
Okay, I want to add okay.
You said you wanted to bring in an image.
Yeah. I'm about to import it.
Okay.
Insert. Input image. Download.
The image is in.
Skill. Let me okay. So please, can you see?
Yes.
It's still 2620.0 instead of 3600.
Zoom out a bit. Zoom out. Let me see the whole image in the first place. My first commentary about the image. The image is distorted. Most of the time, when you want to work with such an image,
the image that I used wasn't this image.
Okay. So now, what you need to do is that select the image first. Make sure that the image is escape, and the image is now selected. Then go to scale. Click on the scale. Then click a first point that you want to scale from.
I've clicked the first point.
Then click the second point.
Okay.
Click the second point.
I have done that one.
Have you clicked?
Yes, please.
Now enter 36 and then enter. I think it's scaled.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It's scaled. So when you want to scale an image, you bring the image inside. Then you select the image. You choose the scale. Click first point you want to reference. Then click the second point you want to reference, and then you type the value for the new scale.
Oh, okay. Right.
Are you okay?
Thanks. I'm okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Please, anybody has another issue to be addressed? Hello? Please, anybody has an issue to be addressed? Is that Richmond?
Sir.
Do you have any issue that I have to address for you? I can't hear you.
I said for now, no. Let's continue.
Okay. Benjamin,
Sir.
do you have issues to be addressed?
No, sir.
Antoinette,
Sir.
any issue to be addressed?
I'm
You're okay.
no, please.
BC,
Yeah.
BC,
I'm okay, sir.
you're okay. So we are set to start. From the discussion we had yesterday, what we were discussing was how to create elements And for now, we know how to create most elements, whether it is a component that you just place, or whether it is a linear element that you draw like a wall or a pipe or a duct, or whether it is an element that you need to draw polygon to create it, like say a roof or a floor. Now, the next issue is you don't want to just draw a wall, or you don't want to just draw a pipe. You want to be able to edit the wall and then create a real wall situation that will work for you. Okay, so if you want to create a foundation wall, you should be able to edit the wall type and then design it as a foundation wall. If you want to create a fence wall, you should be able to design the fence wall you want to work with. If you want to work with a column, you should be able to create the column you want. If you want to work with a ceiling, you should be able to edit the type of ceiling you want to do, whether it is a plasterboard ceiling or whether it is a plywood ceiling. Any design that you can conceive, you should be in a position to create it. And the tool that we use in doing that is the properties palette. So you go into the properties palette, you can go to edit type, and then make a duplicate of whatever you are editing and then work with it. So that is what I'm going to go over today. And then we'll finish it today, then we'll not come back to that topic again, then we'll move on to the next stage. So I hope that by the time we close today's lesson, everybody will be very comfortable with working with the type properties and then instant properties. And now you can edit your slabs, you can edit your floors, you can edit your ceilings, you can edit whatever. Like I said yesterday, there are so many different types of anything. For instance, when we take a floor, the concrete mass floor of 150 mm thickness is totally different from a screed. It's also totally different from a porcelain tile. And even when it comes to tiling, bathroom tiles and kitchen tiles and bedroom tiles and living room tiles, I don't think are supposed to be the same. So if you are doing a design, then you know that you are going to do different tiling for different spaces. You are going to do terrazzo in another space. You are going to do woolen carpet in another space. Then you must make provision for all these kind of floor systems before you can use them. If you want to use a curtain wall, then you need to be able to edit the curtain wall type and then design the curtain wall the way you want it. There are tools there that you can use to work with. As time goes on, I will introduce you to advanced tools whereby you'll be using profiles to create more complex objects. But today, our focus will be how to create different types of objects and the different types of what? Families. So what I'll do is that I'll open yesterday's lesson, which is lesson 6, and then I'll save it as lesson 7 for today. Then we will continue from here. While the file is loading, I'll encourage all of you. What I'm going to do is that the pilot project that I started with, that I wanted to work with, I'm going to use this project to teach throughout. It's a small project and it entails a lot. But I also make another time and then model the pilot project in short videos, 10-minute video, how to start a new project, how to add a grate, how to add a floor, how to add a ceiling, how to add windows, how to add roofs, and then model that building completely to an end so that you can watch it separately, so that it will not be part of the tutorial. But all the things that we learn, I will implement them there, just to enable you to understand and appreciate how workflows are actually like. But for this particular project, you go through it during the tutorials and then get it properly done. So what I'll do is that I'll take this file, then go to File, Save As, Projects, and then I'll give it a name and then call it Lesson 7 for today. Lesson 7, and then save it, so that it will save another copy of the file called Lesson 7. whilst it is saving, I want you to understand and appreciate that this project browser here, take your time and understand it. We have views, we have legends, we have schedules, we have sheets, we have families, we have groups, then we have links. In all, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories of items that you need to understand and work with in the project browser. You need to, or you must understand everything in total. Most of us, if you go to AutoCAD, for instance, there was what do you call it, the design center in AutoCAD. And when you go to a design center, we have layers, we have blocks, we have layout, we have X-rays, we have line stars, we have dimension stars. I beg, excuse me to say, I'm choosing my words carefully. Most of us did not take our time to learn AutoCAD well. So you see a lot of people doing most of their work in the model space. You see them arranging a lot of sheets in one model space and then printing them from the model space, which was a very bad workflow. And because we did not push AutoCAD to understand AutoCAD very well, most of us are taking the same assumption and bringing the same AutoCAD concept into Revit, which is not helping our case. Okay, if you go to the AutoCAD architecture, there was a project manager setup which you could use to create a project manager, and it is even more complicated and more detailed than the Revit. And then I can assure you, most of us did not explore the project manager in AutoCAD. There was a style manager in AutoCAD. Most of us did not explore it. There was a display manager in Revit, AutoCAD. Most of us did not explore it. There was a sheet manager in AutoCAD. And I'm telling you this so that you appreciate where we are coming from. Most of us did not take our time to understand AutoCAD very well. And because of that, when we move on into Revit, we become confused and assume that it is very, very complicated. But from where I am sitting and from what I know in AutoCAD, AutoCAD architecture and Revit, Revit is well managed and easy to work with than even working in what? AutoCAD. So let's take our time, let's give ourselves time. By the time you go through Revit usage in about 3 months, in about 6 months, in about a year's time, you see that you'll be on a proper page. When I started using Revit initially, it took me about 2 years to get around Revit properly. And from 2 years to now, it's about 14 years. I've been using Revit for some time. Actually, between 2014 and now, which is about 11 years, I've not learned anything new in Revit. All what I'm teaching you is based upon historical knowledge. I've been doing something else. So I don't even know how to apply AI in the usage of Revit. And there will be the need for us in the future to learn how to apply AI in the usage of Revit. I diverted a bit and I went into programming. And I can assure you, I am using AI in my programming discourse. And what the AI can do for me I'm even shocked. It's very wonderful. So in a future date, we are also going to take steps and then see how best we can apply AI in the usage of Revit. But excuse me to say, that one is beyond the scope of this course. So whilst I am here, let me start with walls, for instance. I created 2 walls the other time. There is this wall here called 125 mm foundation wall internal. There is this wall also here called 125 mm foundation wall external. Then there's also this wall here called this wall here that I did here. It's also called 125 mm block wall with 2.5 mm plaster on both sides. I don't need any other wall apart from these 3 walls. So if I go to the wall drop down here, you see a whole list of walls which are loaded. I don't need them. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove all the walls I don't need and then leave those walls that I need only in my project and then work with them. The easiest way and the shortcut to do them is to purge. If you go to AutoCAD, we have a purging tool that we use. In Revit tool, purging is available. When you have something loaded in a project, you can either use it or not use it. So any component or system element that is loaded into the project that you are not using, then what it means is that you should be able to purge it. You can purge all the components at a time, but because I am teaching, I'll be purging one category of object after the other. So to purge, for instance, look at the families here, and then let's minimize everything. I'll right click and then collapse all. Then I'll open the family again. Then go down to walls. Let me bring my magnifier so that you appreciate it. Magnifier. And then with the magnifier in, let me increase it a bit. So if I go down to walls here, there are walls here. If I open the walls, the plus sign next to the walls, you realize that there are 3 families of walls that you'll be working with. We have basic wall, we have curtain wall, then we have stack wall. By the time you finish with this class, you must have a fair understanding how to work with basic wall, how to work with curtain wall, and then how to work with what? Stack walls. But today, my focus is on basic wall. So I'll not discuss curtain and stack wall, so I'll go to basic wall. And if you look at the basic wall, if I click the plus sign next to the basic wall here, you see that there is a whole list of walls under it. You see? Do you see them? So we see we have 150 mm block wall, we have 150 mm foundation external, concrete 200, concrete 250, concrete 300, and so on. Foundation walls all the way to the down here, generic 100. I don't need all of them. So I want to remove them. And to do that, I go to the menu item, look for the Manage tab. Under Manage, when you go to Manage, we have what you call Settings here. You look at Settings later on. Then under the Settings, we have Purge Unused. Purge Unused. When I click on Purge Unused, a dialog box will pop up. Let me minimize this a bit. This is a dialog box called Purge Unused. Now, if I expand it and bring it up a bit so you can see it very well, Purge Unused. If you scroll down, I'll realize that there are 1,231 items that are in the project that have been loaded all right, but has not been used at all. So it is adding to the file size, it is adding to the content in the file which I don't need. And at times it can be very confusing. For instance, when you are working on a project and you are doing plumbing work and you are doing WC, at least for every project there is one WC that you should be working with. So you cannot load about 5 WCs in one project, knowing very well that you are going to use just what? Just one WC. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to purge only the walls now. So I'll go to the walls here, and within the walls and the basic walls, these are the walls I can purge. So what I'll do is that for now, I'll check none. I'll choose check none. You can choose check all, but you can also choose check none. When I check none, then everything else will be unchecked. So that you see that the number of items that are checked that I can purge is what? Is 0. So I can come into the wall, only the walls. Select the first wall here, scroll down, use shift keyboard, and then select the last wall. Then you see that all the walls are what? Selected. Then I can click on any of the boxes, check. Then you see that all the boxes for the walls are checked. And so that some of them are not checked, some of them are checked. Now what it means is that there are 40 walls here that I've selected. All these 40 walls are loaded into the project, but I don't need them for my project, so I want to remove them. So with the 40 walls selected, I can go to OK here. As soon as I click on OK, then it means that all the walls will be patched. Now, if I go back to my walls now, you realize that there are now few walls. The walls I created here, this one, the magnifier is giving me wahala. So this wall is here, that wall is here, that wall is here, generic 200 wall is here, M exterior is here, then concrete mass unit is also here, which means that the remaining walls that are here, they have been used in the project in one way or the other. That is why they are what? They are here. If I go here and then select this wall that I drew here, this particular wall is the generic wall 200. So I'll right click, select all instances in entire project. I don't want it again. I want to remove it. So in entire project, I'll choose that one and see that 29 items are selected. Those are those walls. But I don't want to use it for those, so I don't want to delete it. I want to reassign them. So I'll deselect the ones which are part of the building here. Okay, but only this one that I want to delete. Now the walls at the bottom here, I can go to the front like this in 3D. Then I'll draw a window from the bottom here using reverse window selection. I'll come down all the way up to this point here. Then to select all the walls on the foundation, it has selected the grace, it has selected other elements, but I'm only interested in the walls. So I'll go to the filter, and when I go to the filter, I don't want the grade, so I will check. Let me maximize it a bit. I don't want the grace, I will check. I don't want the levels, I will check. I don't want the scope boxes too, so I will check. I only want to select what? Walls. So I'll go to what? Okay. So now all the walls are what? Selected. So I can minimize it again. Then go to my property. See that all the walls are now, the walls assigned what? Generic 200 And I want to change them from generic 200 to foundation wall external. So all of them, I'll put them on foundation wall external for now. So I'll select them. So all the walls are now on the foundation wall external. Now the walls on top of the roof too, I'll select all those walls in 3-dimensional. So if you go to 3D like this, you see that all those walls are also what? Selected. And I'll go to filter and then make sure that only walls are selected. I'm not interested in pipes, I'm not interested in pipe fittings. I will check the two and I'll see these walls. And these walls are generic again 200 So I'll change them to the normal 125 with plaster on what? On both sides. Then I'll select that one. So now if you look at it, there is no more generic wall in the project again. To do that, I can confirm by going to the project browser, going to where the families are, scroll down to where the walls are. Let me maximize it so that you can see it. So when I come to where the walls are, I can see this generic 200 wall here. I can right click on it. When I right click on it, I can say select all instances in the entire project. When I click on it and then go to the filter, you see that 0 items are what? Selected. Which means that this generic wall 200 is no more existent in the what? In the project. So I can easily right click it from here and then choose what? Delete. When I choose delete, it will be deleted. It is no more available. There is these 2 more walls here which are showing M exterior break on start, then M interior break on start. Those ones they are showing because they have already been used in the stack wall here. So if you go to the stack wall down here, you see that this is a stack wall. M exterior break over this. So we've not discussed stack wall. So for now, let me leave these 2 walls here. When we discuss the stack wall, then I'll find ways and means to what? Remove them. So I'll minimize them. Now I can go to my foundation plan that I did. let me close this one for now. Then within my project, me normally I prefer to work in 3D, so most of the time I'll be working in 3D. You too should learn it, it will help you. So I'll take this one, move it down a bit. Where is the marker? The session boss marker. I'll drag it down a bit. Select it again, drag it down a bit. I want to go all the way to the foundation level. Select it down a bit. So these are my foundation walls as I've drawn them. Now, if I select all this foundation wall, this one, that one, that one, you see there are the external ones, and then there are the what? Internal ones. I want to assign all the internal ones to the foundation wall internal. Then I want to assign all the external ones to the foundation wall external. If you look at this wall here, for instance, it goes all the way from the end here to the end here. And I want the one in between this point here and then that point here to be internal. So I can split this wall at this point, and I can also split it at this point. So I'll separate this one from that one. So I'll go to the menu, the modify menu, then go to modify tools here. There is a split tool here. Let me bring my magnifier again. Magnifier. Again. When I bring the magnifier and I increase it, then I come to the top. You see there is this tool here called split. Split 2. This is it. Now when I click on this split 2, I can come in here, minimize this one, and then take my wall and then split the wall. This wall here, I can split it. If I go over it, I can split it. Now the wall is split. So this is one piece of the wall, and then this is another piece of the wall. So I'll use this extend tool. Extend. I want to extend this wall here and then extend this wall. You see, so I've extended this one to here, but I want to extend this one to, but I want to leave a portion of this one so I can use it for the internal one. So I'll split that one to take a split it here. So I divided it into 2 again. So there's one piece here, then this piece is also what? Different. So I'll take this piece here, extend it. I'll take this extend tool here. Then I want to extend it to the face of this wall. Then I'll select this one and then extend. So if you observe, this wall is now an internal foundation wall. This one can be assigned external. This one can be assigned internal. This one is also internal. This one, if I take this one too, it also goes all the way from the end here to the end here. Up to this point from here to here is external. From here to here is internal. From here to here is also external. So this one too, I can split. I can do it on plan. So let me go to the foundation plan and then see if I can split it on the foundation plan also. So I open the view, go to structural plan, go to foundation layout. When I go to foundation layout, I don't see any wall in the foundation layout. Meanwhile, I know very well that I've drawn the walls. Meanwhile, it is not displaying. If you remember, when I was creating the wall, I call it a wall. I didn't check whether it was structural or whether it was what? Architectural. I just drew them. Meanwhile, this layout, I am assuming that it is supposed to be a structural foundation layout. So because of that, and the walls are architectural, it is not displaying. So I'll go to, for now, go to 3D again, where I can see my foundation. Then select all the walls here, which are in the foundation. These are all the walls in the foundation here. I can always switch and then come back, but I'm teaching, so that's what I want you to understand. If you come to the properties and then check here, you will see that the wall is not structural as it stands here. There's a structural component that you can check. So when I check it, now the wall is now what? Structural. So if I go back and then open my foundation layout, I should be able to see my walls. But it is still not showing. If it's not showing, then it means there must be something wrong. And what might be wrong? It might be due to the view range settings, because whenever you are looking at any plan view, it shows you a range within which you are looking at it. It might confuse you for now, but don't worry. Let me just show it. Later on, I'll explain it to you for you to appreciate it. So I'll go back to view range and then check the view range settings. If you click on it, you realize that it is starting from the foundation level up to another foundation level. The bottom is -200, the top is 600, and then height offset is that. Now let me take it that I want the top level to go all the way to ground floor level. Then I want the bottom to go to the associated level foundation, and I want the bottom just to be 0, and I want the top out to the first floor also to be 0, and then I want the cut plane to be about 450 from the ground. Then the view depth too, I want it and the foundation to be the same for now, so I'll make here also 0. When I go to OK now, I think I should be able to see my foundation. I still can't see my foundation, then which means that there must be something wrong. I need to go back to my properties, look at the discipline. The discipline is architectural here, structural. Let me change it to architectural and watch something. Still, my walls are still not showing. My foundation walls are still not showing. Okay, Kwame, what is happening? Let me minimize this thing again. Where's the magnifier? Where's my magnifier? It's missing from my screen now. I'm coming. I can't, that's why I don't feel comfortable using this magnifier. But where is it? Magnifier. Okay. I can't find my magnifier. Okay, let me close it from here. Okay. Now I need to make sure that my foundation is displaying. It is not displaying. Detail level medium. It's still not displaying. What might be wrong? What might be wrong? Go to visibility graphics and check if walls are checked. Walls are checked. Go to OK. Go to review hidden elements. My foundation walls are still not showing. Please, I'll take my time and then look at why it is not showing later on. But let me go back to the 3D and then work from 3D from here. Let me select one of the walls and check. It's starting from the foundation. It's only on the ground floor. It's room bound. Then top offset is 0. Whatever is 0. It's structural. Cross section is this one. But if I go to the foundation level, you see I'm struggling to display the foundation. Please, you can also encounter the same problem whilst you are working. It's a normal thing. Don't let that thing distract you. For every challenge, there must be a solution. So whatever be the case, I'll find time and make sure that I find a solution to the problem. But for now that I'm speaking to you, I do not have a solution to it. So let me go to 3D. I'm still thinking, I'm still scanning my brain, and I promise you I'll find a solution to it. So within the 3D view, I'll go to split 2. So I'll go to modify, go to split. Okay, then I'll split it at this point. Then I'll also split it at that point. So there are 2 splits. When I was splitting, undo. You see, it deleted the internal element. I don't want to do that. So whilst at this one, I'll go to split again. When you choose split, you see there is this adjustment here. Delete inner segment. I don't want to delete it, so I'll uncheck it. So I'll split here too. So I have 2 walls now. So that I have this particular wall here. I have that particular wall here. Then I have this one. So I'll use the extend tool. So I'll click extend, select this wall, and then extend this one. I'll use extend, select this wall, and extend this one. I'll use extend, select this wall and extend this one. Then I'll use extend again, select this wall and then extend. Go to unjoin. So now if you realize that this wall here is separate, this wall here is also separate, this wall here is also what? Separate. Now this one too is separate, correct? If I come in here, this one is also continuous. So I'll take the split tool again. So go to split and then split here and then split here also. When I finish, I'll use extend. So go to extend from here. Then I want it to reach this wall. So I'll take this wall, extend this one, take this wall, extend that one. Then this one too should terminate here. Take this wall, extend it to meet this one, then take this wall again and then extend it to meet that one. So now I can easily see or differentiate the internal foundation wall from the external. This one is internal, this one is internal, this one is internal, this one is internal. The scope box are distracting my work. So I can select the scope box, right click, hide in view. I am not deleting. If you delete it, it is gone. You will not get it again. But rather, I am only hiding it in view. So I say hide in view category. Then you see that all the scope box will be hidden so that I can see my walls clearly. So this wall here, control, this wall, that wall, that wall, this one, this one, this one, and then that one. All these walls, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the internal wall, foundation walls. So I cannot assign it to the external foundation wall. So I'll come to the properties drop down and then assign it to what? In block wall, 125 mm block wall internal. Then I'll click on that one. So now all these walls are now internal walls. So if I right click and select similar, select all instances in the entire project, I only see the internal walls. If I select this one, right click, select all instances in the entire project, you see, then to select only the what? External walls. Any question? Yes, sir.
Separate the scope box. You said if you delete it from the project, you can't get it again. It means when you are working on a project, you can only have access to the scope box once in a project.
No, please. I've only hidden it. I've not deleted it. If I go to Revit here and I look for in the browser here, let me minimize this thing. Okay. I'm coming. Minimize this thing here. Okay. There's this tool here called Reveal Hidden Elements. There's a bulb. You see, there's a bulb here. Let me bring my magnifier glass again. Magnifier. And then increase the scale. You see that there's this bulb here. There's a bulb here. When you click on this bulb, it will open it and then show you the scope box that is hidden. It is not deleted. You understand? So when I select this scope box, I can decide to unhide it. But now what I've done is that I've only hidden it in the view, but it is still available in the project. So when I finish working like this and I want to bring it back, I can just select it, right click, then choose unhide in view, unhide in view. Then I'll say category. Then all of them will be what? Unhidden. Then to show. So that if I go back and then switch this bulb off, the scope box is still available. I didn't delete it. It's totally different from selecting it and then deleting it. When I delete it, it is gone. Unless I redraw it again or unless I undo. But because it is only obstructing my view, I don't want to delete it. I just want to hide it so that I can work. So I can select the two of them, right click, hide in view. Then I can say hide elements. Then those scope boxes will be hidden. So I can only see my foundation walls. Is your question answered?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So now I have my foundation was created.
Sir,
The external ones, yes, sir.
yeah, I want to ask about the scope box.
Mm-hmm.
The scope box that you are saying, I want to ask, with you doing the project,
Mm-hmm.
is it compulsory that you should include the scope box? Or
No,
you can
sir.
do the drawing without the scope box?
You can do the drawing without the scope box.
Thank you.
If you think the scope box is
Secondly,
if you think the scope box is confusing you, you can forget about it and not use it at all.
all right,
See,
thank you.
When you are,
Secondly,
let me use a phone to do an example. For instance, most people are holding very complex phones, very expensive phones. Okay, let's say iPhone 16 or iPhone 17, and the only thing they know to do with that iPhone is to go to Snapchat, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, take some pictures, upload it to Facebook. Apart from that, they don't use it for anything. You understand?
yeah.
Yet there are some people who are holding the iPhone and they are using the iPhone to transact serious business. That's the point I want to make. Now let me go to my ground floor also, and then open my ground floor plan. When I open the ground,
Again,
you say what?
again, again, what you are doing now,
Mm-hmm.
the external and internal.
Mm-hmm.
I like in construction,
Mm-hmm.
when I laying blocks with 6 inches
Mm-hmm.
for the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
it goes
Yes.
all the internal and external.
Mm-hmm.
When I laying a 55,
Mm-hmm.
I like 90s, it goes all around
Mm-hmm.
and internal and external. But what they are teaching us, meaning that different the internal and different the external.
Yes.
I don't understand that one.
With the internal foundation walls, we don't plaster them. Do we? Do we?
We don't.
We don't. But with the
No, we don't.
But with the external foundation wall, we plaster it.
Yes.
And when we are plastering it, we only plaster one side, the exterior side. We do not
Yes.
plaster the internal side.
Yes.
So if you are doing a foundation, there are two types of walls you work with in the foundation. One without plastering, and then one with plastering on what? On one side. But if you come to the superstructure, most of the walls are plastered on both walls, both sides.
Yes.
And even with the superstructure, at times, depending upon the construction detailing that you want to achieve, in some cases, you use 5 inches block in some spaces, you use 6 inches blocks in some spaces, you use hollow blocks in some spaces, you use decorative blocks in some spaces, you use plasterboard partition in some spaces. Do you understand? So if you are doing construction, then you are very much aware that you are going to use all different type of walls in the construction. Then what Revit requires of you is that you have to create all those wall types and then use them as and when you need them, so that you can schedule them, you can create a legend for them, then you can document them properly. But currently, what we do in the AutoCAD environment, although it's very sad, people just take a standard wall 150 mm, and that same standard wall, external wall, partition walls, internal walls, bathroom walls, security walls, everything, shear walls, we use the standard walls throughout. True or false?
It's true.
Thank you. Meanwhile, if you go to the construction site, we use different construction methods to create different walls. Some of the walls are 6 inches, some of the walls are 5 inches, some of the walls are hollow blocks.
In foundation, we are talking of or superstructure.
Superstructure. As for the foundation, there, the major thing is that we have one of the walls with plastering on one side. We have another walls with without plastering. Let me give you a typical another scenario. When we do in some cases, when you do the wall like this one, after adding the plastering on the exterior, some people can even use tiles, and then use the tiles to decorate the foundation walls. Some people can use stonework to do the surface of the foundation wall. Do you understand the picture I'm making? So if you know that you are going to use stonework on the surface of the wall, then you must create another layer on the design of the wall with a stonework on it. So when you take a section through it, you know that there's a block work, there's a plastering, and then there's a stonework on the surface. Are you okay?
Yes, sir. But the main problem is the internal wall making it 125 and the external wall making it 150. That confused me a little bit because I know they are all 6 inches or 150 all round. Before maybe you're going to plaster the outside. But as you are doing now, meaning.
Let me come to the top. Watch like this one. This is an internal wall for the foundation. It is not going to be exposed. You understand? So if you are doing construction on site, what block work are you going to use to do this one? What type of block are you going to use? The one I've selected, this internal wall. What block are you going to use to do this one?
I thought it's coming to the top.
No, it's just from the foundation. After you do the digging of the foundation, then you cast the strip, the concrete strip. When you finish casting the concrete strip, then you start laying the walls for the foundation up to the superstructure level.
In the foundation, we use 6 inches all over. After the filling.
Okay. So if you are using, let me come in. If you are using 6 inches all over, then it means that this wall must be a what? 6 inches wall.
Yes.
So if it is a 6 inches wall, then all this internal wall here, I can go back and say this 125 mm wall internal, no, I need to edit it. Okay? And when I edit it, a dialog box will pop up. Currently, if I look at the structure here, I can go and edit it. And if I look at the structure, it's giving me 125 mm, which is equivalent to what? 5 inches. So if you are saying that we should make it 6 inches wall, then I need to increase this value to what? 150. So that it becomes a what? 6 inches wall. But currently, I use 5 inches wall.
Okay, but maybe I'm not saying that I'm not saying that we should use 50. But I'm saying that in construction, we use all the foundations to be 150 flow, and then the continuous superstructure, maybe it could be 6 inches or 5 inches to the top.
Listen to me carefully.
But I just want
listen to me carefully, I beg. Okay? What I am saying is that you are doing your construction in Kumasi. Somebody might be doing construction in Wa. Then another person might be doing construction in Ho. The person who is doing construction in Ho, you are not there. That person, maybe depending upon the constraint that he finds himself in, that person can decide to use 5 inches block work, or that person can decide to use 6 inches block work. Or even with the 6 inches block work or with the 5 inches block work, the person can decide that I'm going to lay the blocks flat. Since you are the person who is going to do the construction, and because of that you are doing the model, you, in terms of construction and design, before you come and sit behind the Revit, you should know that for my foundation, I'm going to use what? 6 inches block work. So that when you are doing your Revit model, you must create a wall type called 6 inches block wall. That is 150 mm block wall. You understand? And then you can use it to draw all the foundation walls. That is one. But when you do the foundation walls and then you are done, you by all means do plastering for the external foundation. But with the internal one, you will not do plastering. That's the point I'm making.
Yes, sir.
And when you are coming to do the plastering for the external one, you must know that, okay, what plastering thickness am I going to apply to the what? External one? Is the plastering thickness going to be 25 mm? Is the plastering thickness going to be 12.5 mm? Is the plastering thickness going to be 20 mm? Then if you know that you are going to do plastering of 25 mm, then you must make provision for the plastering of what? 25 what? Mm. Somebody too, after doing the plastering of 25 mm, will say, okay, no, I want to do stone facing on my foundation, on the external. Somebody also decide, I want to do tiling on the external of the foundation, just to protect my building. Then in that case, you must also add another layer for that particular wall, either with the tiling or with the what? With the stone facing, so that it will mimic proper construction that you want to do on the site. Are you okay?
Yes, sir. I'm okay. I'm okay, pa.
Thank you very much. Now, after today's meeting.
Hello, mankind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I just want to add on. So the explanation you gave related to modeling. But I just want to put this notion that when you are doing foundation and you are using 6 inches or 5 inches, it should be the same block work throughout. It's not. That is not the case. That is not the case at all. You can have a 2-bedroom house where part of the building will be 5 inches or 6 inches foundation wall, and another place can be 225, where you are laying the block flat, depending on site conditions. So maybe you have a slope. So where you are going to have the hardcore filling, maybe the block 6 inches may not be able to withstand the pressure. So it is allowed in construction for you to use 225 wall, or if you don't have 225 wall, you can lay the block flat. So the notion that if you are doing foundation, it should be the same size throughout is not very accurate. And so based on what you are understanding here, that same foundation wall, depending on the understanding the construction technologies or the architect or the engineer is having before you start modeling, you can have about 3 different types of walls for the foundation. So you can create a new wall that the thickness is 225 with a plaster if it's external. You can create another second wall which is 150 with plaster, and you can create another 150 without plaster. So I think that is the understanding I'm getting from the teaching. It's strictly modeling. So the decision as to whether you are going to use 6 inches throughout or 9 inches throughout or 5 inches throughout, that one is purely the decision of the engineer or the architect. But the modeling will be based on the decision that the architect or the engineer has made. Thank you very much. That's what I want to add to it.
Thank you. Maya, can I add something? There might even be a situation whereby you might want to introduce a concrete wall, a structural wall in the foundation.
Excellent.
So if you know that you are going to add a structural wall at a particular place, then you must model it to represent what? A structural wall.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Architect Faya.
Thank you too.
So the whole idea is that you are the designer.
I think I have a question. So do you all understand it that way? I was a bit late. But do we all understand it that way? Because it's like there might be people that are not really. Yeah, they are just learning to design. Do they understand their design that way? That if I have to.
Nicholas,
Mankind.
when we started the class, I made the following assumptions. That all of us are building industry professionals.
Exactly.
I also assume that all of us understand design. All of us understand construction. All of us understand engineering.
Exactly.
If you do not understand construction, this is not the place for you to come and learn construction.
Yeah.
If you do not understand engineering, this is not the place for you to come and learn what? Engineering. When I started teaching Revit, and there was the need for me to go and teach Revit structures, for me to go and teach Revit mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, I spent money to buy books, structural engineering books, electrical engineering books, and learned them before before I could understand them and then use them in the Revit. I made a good investment. So, if you don't understand construction, the knowledge you understand with architecture, use that knowledge and then do your building. But if architect Fire, for instance, he understands architecture, he understands structures, he understands mechanical, he understands plumbing, then he understands the principles governing the creation of architectural elements, creation of structural elements, creation of plumbing elements, creation of mechanical elements like that and those things that. Then architect Fire can apply his knowledge in architecture, engineering and construction and then do a very detailed model. And if you don't understand that system, you can't do it. When we all went to school, we were all taught raised floors. You understand? Maybe the school you attended, you only learn the raised floors to pass exams. So when you get a project, they need to do a raised floors, then it means that you must revise your notes on raised floors so that you can model the raised floors the way you want it to be done. But if you do not understand the raised floors, you cannot model it. You can't.
All right. So, yes. So I understand. So, meaning our question should be directed to what we are learning. Yes. Yes. Good.
Don't come and ask me something you don't know.
That is. So maybe we can proceed more. So let's give Mankind chance to flow. I think we all understand. We know what we are doing here. So some of the questions are, unless maybe Mankind. So Obi Ntiasia, so okay.
Nico, please, house.
Yeah.
Listen. Before you use Revit, let me repeat again. The assumption is that you must understand design, 1. 2, you must understand construction. These are 2 minimal requirements. 3, you must understand drafting. If you want to do rendering and assign materials to the object so you can do proper realistic rendering, you must understand materials. It is not my duty to come and teach you what a reflective material is. It is not my duty to teach you what a matte material is. If you do not know it, go and revise your notes. Your proper understanding of architecture, engineering and construction in terms of design, in terms of drafting, in terms of materials, in terms of specifications, in terms of project management is going to influence the way you use Revit. So if your understanding of architecture and construction is weak, your ability to use Revit is going to be limited. You might be in first year, second year only, assuming your car is a 16-car year. AutoCAD days, people just draw anything. They just draw walls, standard wall. And if I see people using standard wall to work in AutoCAD, I just shake my head and then move on. I never use standard walls in AutoCAD. I created my custom walls. I created my custom floors. I created my custom windows. I created my custom roof. There's something like a standard roof. Whether it is a long span roof, whether it is a clay roof, whether it is a slate roof, every roof has its detailing. So if you do not understand the detailing of your roof, Revit cannot do that detailing for you.
My kind, I at least also. Me, you know, so when I learned under you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so me too.
I
There are
mean to learn. I mean
who
to
doesn't understand it.
Nicholas. Because me too. I learn
Yeah.
drafting under you. You understand? So if there is something that you don't understand, then you must go to somebody who understands it. Let that person teach you
So,
for you to understand. Then when you understand it, then you can implement it in Revit.
okay. All right. So, I mean, we are all on different pages now. Let's go. At least understand the Revit. Let's go. Yeah. Also, I was thinking maybe the questions are becoming things like we are not
It's not Revit
understanding
related.
him.
It's not Revit related. The questions we are
Yes.
asking is more about construction. It's
Sometimes,
not Revit related.
And then he is not teaching us.
And
So I understand. So
we've spent 1 hour without making any serious progress.
good. So how can we solve that?
This is
You
what
see,
I'm
I
going to
saw the
suggest.
challenge.
Nicholas, this is what I'm going to suggest.
Okay.
After today, I will not go over this again.
Okay.
After today, I will not go over this again.
By
the time we come tomorrow-
You are teaching. You are teaching us. Okay, I don't know. It's not like after today we're not going to go over this again.
No, listen to
But
the
you are
point I'm
teaching us,
making.
so
Let me
give
make
us.
a point.
Okay.
By the time we come tomorrow, on this project, I will have drawn all the walls. I will draw all the foundation. I'll do all the slab. I'll do the roof. I'll do ceiling. I'll put in doors and windows. All the things we discussed architecturally, I'll draw them and bring it. And then just go over them again. But I'll not sit here and draw it with you. Like draw all the walls, then I'll go to the first one, then draw all the walls here. I'll not repeat that process again. Are you okay?
No, but will we all understand? No, I don't think that would be. Will you all understand it?
But Nicole, are we also going to teach construction in this class?
No, I don't know. Me personally, I'm okay. So it's not me alone. So if somebody doesn't understand something, let's know it. Let's all trash it out. So it should not be. Maybe I think like you zooming in to see where you are drawing, putting your cursor to pick that thing. Otherwise, that one, as if you are teaching me to how to use the Revit itself. That's not what we are doing now.
I want somebody to come in. Let somebody else come in. Jerry. Jerry is not here. Pakofi.
Yeah. I'm not.
What do you have to say? On what we are discussing, what is your opinion? I'll take 3 people's opinion, then we take a decision on it.
I didn't hear you clearly.
You said,
Can you come again? I didn't hear you clearly.
what is your opinion on the discussion going on?
Oh, yeah. About that, you see, for what we are doing, it's totally up to construction. So if maybe you don't have any construction background, you may find it quite difficult to understand what we are teaching. And for that matter, I think you making your own research will help. Right now, we are focusing on Revit. You need to know all aspects, all principles, and rules and regulations you need to follow when using Revit, which is quite important. But for the construction aspect, I'll suggest you make your own research on that.
Who else has want to say something? Mr. Godwin. Mr. Godwin.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you have to say?
Oh, for now, because this is mainly on architecture, and I'm not really having much to say on it.
Thank you. Now, let me come in again. Nicola, let me come in. And then let's close this chapter and move on. We are doing a building model. And what I said earlier was that we are going to do architecture model, we are going to do structural model, we will do mechanical, electrical, plumbing, we will do site, we will even do interior, the ceilings, the cabinetry, the furniture arrangement, and all those things. We are going to do all of them. But everybody must demonstrate an understanding of one of these disciplines. So if your discipline is structure, I will urge you and encourage you that you demonstrate an understanding of what? Structures. If your discipline is architecture, please demonstrate an understanding of what? Architecture. The point I'm trying to make here is that when we are doing a wall, and let's say foundation wall, there are 2 types of foundation walls. We have internal foundation walls. Then we have what? External foundation walls. The internal foundation wall can have a thickness, you can lay it flat, it can be 255 mm, it can be 150 mm, it can be 125 mm. The external foundation wall can be 255 mm, it can be 150 mm, and it can be 125 mm. Whether you are going to plaster your external foundation, whether you are going to do tiling, whether you are going to do stonework, it's your own personal decision as a designer. Okay? But we don't have to argue over that. Why are you using 6 inches? I will use 5 inches. Why not let us use 10 mm? It will not help anybody. Okay? Mine is, oh please, somebody speaking behind. If you want to speak, let us know that you want to speak so that you speak. Who is speaking? Please, who is speaking?
GL, please turn off your mic.
So please, the point I'm trying to make is, what we've learned here is that right now we've learned how to create walls. We've learned how to edit walls. We've learned how to create floor slab. We've learned how to edit floor slab. We've learned how to create roof. And we will look at how to edit roof. When I come here tomorrow, I will not go over how to edit walls again. I will not go over how to edit floors again. By the time we meet tomorrow, I will have created all the foundation walls. I will have created all the external walls, all the internal walls. I will have created all the floor slabs. The only thing that I will do is that I will take you through them. If you have an issue, then I will address it for you. But we cannot come and argue over whether the wall should be laid flat or it should be 5 inches or it should be 6 inches. we will not make any progress. Are you okay? Actor Fire.
I think I'm okay.
Yes, Actor Fire. Richmond, Mr. Richmond.
Sir.
Are you okay with what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So let's take it that way. Let's end the discussion here. What you should be concerned with is that you are creating a foundation wall. If you think you are not interested, let me repeat here. If you think you are not interested in adding the finishes, in adding this, just take your wall, create 6 inches solid wall, and then draw it. And then move on. Later on, when you realize that you need to add the finishes, then you edit the wall and then add the finishes. As simple as that. For instance, somebody might be doing a design and you might want to do a cavity wall construction. Cavity wall construction, I repeat. And the person wants to use cavity wall, try and create the cavity wall. If you have issues, bring it up that you wanted to create cavity wall, you couldn't do it, then I will assist you. But if you do not know what a cavity wall is, it is not in this class that you are coming to learn what a cavity wall is. As simple as that. When we are discussing duct and you don't understand what duct is, don't come and distract the class. Why are you using square duct? Why are you using round duct and not that? No. You must demonstrate an understanding of duct before you can ask proper questions related to what? To duct. Are you okay?
But I think we can still ask questions as to how to create those ducts using the Revit if you don't understand it.
That I agree.
Yes.
But you must demonstrate an understanding of duct. But yes, the focus and your attention is that how do I create duct in what? In Revit.
Revit. Yes.
But not what are the types of duct? Why are you using round duct? Why are you using square duct? No, to not help us.
I think I'm on the same level with you.
Thank you, sir. Any other opinion? Antoinette, our only madam with us.
Sir.
What do you say?
Yeah, I do agree with all that you guys have said. But what I would like to say, I'm a student, architectural student. So please, if you guys ask the professionals in the field, if you have like some tips, for example, when we are discussing the foundations, maybe like Mr. Richmond was saying, sometimes depending on the site and the land type, the size of the foundations might differ. So if maybe there are some different tricks that you can use to go about your work, you guys should please share it with some of us. We would really like to know. Aside from that, I think I'm okay with everything that has been said.
Thank you. This is what I want to add to what you just said. I've advised all of us, everybody, to try his or her hand on a personal project. I've asked everybody to work on a personal project. Please, everybody should work on that personal project. I want to emphasize. So that when you have a problem with that personal project that you are working on, you can bring it, share your screen, and then we will discuss it. Let us not be asking conceptual questions. Something that you've not attempted, something that you've not tried. Then you come and ask questions on it. It will not help us. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I think you're clear, but okay, listen to Antoinette, like a student, so she will want to learn from all of us here. I don't know. some of us, I mean, like, so what do we have to do? Share what we know, what
Yes.
We are all talking about now. Okay, we can just discuss it because we know what we are doing with the Revit.
Nico,
I understand
the
and
point I'm making is,
take my part.
Nico, excuse me.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is that if you want to bring something up for us to discuss and bring it to the board, it shouldn't be just by mouth. It should be a live project you are working on. Then that live project, you can share your screen. And then you bring issues related to the project you are working on. Then we can help you solve that problem. Then others can learn from the challenge you faced. But if you don't come and show any project, then when we are doing curtain wall, you've not created any curtain wall on any project. Then you come and ask, how do I space the grid? How do I add the mullion? Meanwhile, you've not created any curtain wall. So if you want to ask questions related to curtain wall, you will share your screen whereby you have created a curtain wall. And then the problem that you are facing with the curtain wall, you ask the question, then I will provide answers for you. That will help.
Perfect.
So from tomorrow onwards, I'll be teaching what I am teaching. We will not digress. If you have any issues to be addressed, the personal project that you are also working on, that you are having the challenge, you will share the screen of that personal project and pinpoint the exact problem you are facing. We have a WhatsApp group. I realize that most of you are silent on the WhatsApp group. If you are working during the day, then you have any issues, you can put it on the WhatsApp group. You can take a screenshot. You can take your phone and then take a screenshot and then post it on the WhatsApp group that I am doing this project. I am having this challenge, so that we can answer those questions outside the class instead of answering them whilst we're in the class. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm okay. Yeah.
So now please, from tomorrow, when we come to class, let us focus on the class and then concentrate upon what you are learning in the class. If you are working and then you get a challenge on a project that you are working on, please share your problem on the WhatsApp group that we have. If you need to share your screen, if you need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. If you can record some short video, you can record the video and then post it. And I can promise you, any problem that you post it on the platform, in less than 12 hours, I will answer you. Please. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
So now, where we are now, currently where we are now, I don't think anybody has a problem with creating walls. Do we? No. I don't think anybody has a problem with creating floor slab. Do we? No. So,
no.
From tomorrow, anything concerning wall and floors on this project, I'll bring you a complete project with all walls drawn, all floor slabs drawn. Then I'll only take you through them so that we can move on. So that when I want to introduce a new topic, let's say we are doing HVAC, maybe ductwork or pipe work, I only come and teach the ductwork and pipe work. When I come the next day, any aspect of the project that requires ductwork and pipe work, by the time I come on the next day, I will have modeled the whole thing all over. Then I'll take you through. And I expect you also to go and practice. Then if you go and practice, then you have issues, then you bring your project that you have issues on, then you address it. You can post it on the WhatsApp group, I can answer you. You can do a voice recording, I will answer you. You can, when we are in the class, then the answer is not right for you, then you want to share the screen during the class, then you bring your project, you share the screen, you state the problem clearly for everybody to understand what the problem is. Then we all share ideas, and solve the problem for whoever has any challenge. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm okay. Okay.
Thank you. So now, let me switch off the session box. It's no more there. Let me come to this. We've done floors, we've done walls, we've done floors. I've talked about structural floor. I've talked about architectural floor. My workflow might be different from somebody else's workflow. So by the time I'll come tomorrow, this model that I've done here, let me show you the remaining roof. Review hidden elements. Take this roof on hide element. Take this one to on hide element. Then close review here hidden element. By the time you meet tomorrow, I will have created all the foundation walls. I will have created all the external walls, all the internal walls, all the rooms with their proper names. I'll put in all doors and windows because already we know how to place.
Can I even ask a question? You see, the way you did take this roof, they do. Do we all understand?
Is anybody having a problem with creation of roof? Let me ask them.
No, not the creation of roof. Somebody, the construction person, is just trying to learn the Revit to do. So, like, take this roof out, hide this, do this. Within that 30 seconds, you did all that, get your roof back. So I think maybe you are moving too fast for the class.
Okay, so from tomorrow I'll slow down.
Yeah.
I'll slow very down. Okay.
Yeah, so at least, if you can go back to where the roof was not on the slab, and then how you did it to get the roof back, hiding and then
undo.
Yeah.
Undo. Okay. This was where we were.
So how did you put the roof back?
The roofs are not showing. But I know very well that I have done the roof. Okay? And what I did was that I wanted to show the ceilings that we've done. That's why I got the roof hidden. So if I want to bring the roof back, then I can reveal hidden elements, all the elements that are hidden. So we go to the lower left corner here. Let me use the magnifier. If you come to down here, from the 1:100 to the end here, what we have here, this screen sharing, what is that? Up to this point here, review constraint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 items within. All of them are view control elements. Each one has its own use. Okay? So, if I have hidden any elements in the view and I want to see the element that is hidden, I use this bulb here, reveal hidden elements. Click on it. When I click on it, any object that is hidden will be highlighted in red. So you see that the scope box is red, it's hidden. This scope box is red, it's hidden. These two roofs are also red. It is also what? Hidden. So when I select this roof, it's a hidden element. I can right click and then choose on hide in view element. Then it will be on hidden. If I select this roof also, and I go to the top here, reveal hidden element, on hide element is here. When I click on it, it will go to unhide it. You see that now the roof is no more red. You understand? The only thing that is showing as red is the scope box. So if I want to see the scope box, I can select the outer one, and I set that one to as what? On height. When I'm done, then I close reveal hidden elements. Now I can see my roof, I can see my scope boxes. That's the point I want to make. But please, I beg of you, I want to ask a question. With all what we are learning, I want to find out from you, have any of you attempted creating projects on your own? Creating levels, creating floor plans, creating reflected ceiling plans, creating sections. Have you done that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow, if there is a need, can I call on anybody to share?
I think for you know,
can I call on anybody to share his or her screen as to what you have done, so that we will do what you call a peer review of anybody's work. That one will help us than just me showing my screen. Active fire. Active fire. The internet is misbehaving. Active fire. Hello. 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 Ita Franklin. Praise Ajay. Ajay. Set.
Set.
Hello, mankind.
Yes, sir. Active fire.
Yeah, sorry.
You went away.
Yes, I went away briefly, but I'm back now.
Okay. The point I want us to conclude is from tomorrow. If any, I'm assuming that everybody is working on a small project. Do you have that agreement?
Yes.
Who is not
On my
working
part,
on?
yes.
Who is not working on any project? So everybody is working on a project on his or her own. I want to find out that. If you want to ask any question from tomorrow, you will share your project you are working on, and then ask questions specifically based upon the project. Then I will answer you. I will not answer conceptual questions tomorrow onwards. Would that help?
No, I don't think that will help.
So what will help?
Because we are all learning, and then we are learning from each other too.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are all in the same field, but in different professions. Mm-hmm. So, like if somebody is doing pure construction, is trying to use the Revit. Somebody is doing pure mechanical, trying to use the Revit. So we are learning from each other. So it's not about the project.
The person who is using mechanical, if we've learned how to draw pipes, if we've learned how to draw ducts, I expect the person to try his hands on drawing pipes drawing duct, no matter how small the project is. So that when the person has a problem with a duct or a pipe, the person will share his screen to all of us. And then come with the, okay, I was trying to draw the duct. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I couldn't do it. How do I solve it? Then I'll come in, then I'll assist the person to solve it. Then for the person to come and say, I want to do this, that, and I want to do this one. Meanwhile, there is no project to show. That one will not help us. So, if you are asking questions, it must be a project-related question. A project that you are working on. Then you share the screen, then you ask questions based upon what you are working on. So all of us will see the problem you are trying to bring out about. Then we will help you solve the problem. And anybody among us can even help the person to solve the problem, not necessarily even me. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I think that is very okay.
So from tomorrow, please, I beg, everybody should do a project on your own. Create your levels, create your grades, create your columns, do whatever. If you have a problem with it, then we will solve it. Tomorrow, I will not do architecture work again. I will not discuss wall. I will not discuss floor. I will not discuss ceiling. Tomorrow, we will look at structures, for instance. So we are going to look at how you do foundation strip, how you add columns, how you add beams, and do all those things tomorrow. How you add roof members. But before I will come tomorrow, I can assure you that this model that I have here will be complete tomorrow. All the walls are drawn. All the windows are placed. All the doors are placed. But it's not detailed. This basic one. Do you understand? That's what I'll do tomorrow. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we can continue.
Yeah, I think we can continue.
Thank you. Let me finish this roof thing and then we'll move on. If you look at my roof from the side.
Sir, please, you are not sharing your screen.
Okay. You can see my screen now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you come to my screen, you observe that I've done the walls. I've done the roof. But this wall here is supposed to project and come and hit this roof. This wall here is protruding inside the roof. Construction-wise, it doesn't make sense. So I want to resolve that problem. You understand? So what I'll do is that I'll go to the ground floor. There's a section here through this roof, okay? So I'll open this section. When I open the section, the roof is here. It's just on top here. And then this is the roof level here. And then this is the wall I did here. Ideally, I want this roof to move such that the middle of this roof here will come and sit on top of what? Of that roof. So I can choose move, MV, in section. Click this point here and then move the roof up to here. You understand? So that this roof is going to sit on top of what? Of this wall. Are you okay? But normally, after doing this, I prefer to select the roof and then give it an appropriate offset from the level so that the value will not be an odd value. So when I come in here, you see that the offset I'm having here is about 658.7, which is a very odd number. You understand? So I'll select it and then rationalize it and then make it say 600. So that the roof will have an offset of what? 600 this way. You understand? When I go to the other roof, 3D view. The 3D view also. I'll take this roof also and then give this roof also an offset of how much? 600 here. Offset from the level 600. I'll take the middle one also, the middle roof also, and then give that one to offset of what? 600. So it doesn't sit on top of the wall like that. So if I go to the side, I have something like this one, this way. But if you observe, this roof and this roof are the same thing. But I don't understand why this roof, I gave all of them 600, but this one is coming on top of the other. You do understand what I'm saying? This roof here and this roof here are supposed to be at the same elevation. This one here, this one there.
Yeah.
There is some difference. Now, watch the properties here. Watch something. When I select the roof, you see that something changes. Watch this properties here very well. When I select this roof and I select this one, you see that something changes here. Under construction, watch. This one, you understand? This one. As soon as I click on this one, it shows some rafter or truss. You understand? But when I click on this one, the rafter or truss doesn't show. So I'll come in here, change it. I don't understand why it is happening so. But for now, I can just move with MV. Then move this one to come and hit this one. So they will be at the same what? Elevation. Are you okay? So now all my roofs are now raised above the floor. But the next thing that I want to do is that I want this wall here to be projected, okay, to come and meet what? This roof. And I want this wall also to be projected to come and meet what? That roof. So what I can do is that I can select all the roofs at a time, all the walls on top of the roof, filter them, go to filter, and then check only the walls, not the roof. Only the walls are checked. Then go to OK. So now while the walls are now selected, you see that all the walls on top at the roof level are now selected. Then I'll go here. There's a tool here called Modify Attach. We have attach. So if you go down, attach the top. You go to attach top. And when you go to attach top, I can select this roof. Then you see that all the walls will be attached to it. Do you realize it? Then I'll go to OK. Then when I finish, I can also go to attach top again. Attach top. And then select this other roof also. Then see that all of them will be attached. Then go to OK. Then go to the other side here. Also, attach top again. Then I'll select this one, this roof here. Then I select attach top. Then select this roof also. OK. Then you observe that all the roofs, all the walls are now attaching to the top of the model. This way. Let me move my center here. Okay. So when I orbit it, you see this way. You see that all of them are properly what? Attached. Are you okay? Are we? So if I go in here, I can just make only the roof transparent. So go to my magnifier, minimize it. I can just make only the roof transparent. So I'll go to visibility graphics override. Look for roof whilst I'm modeling. So these are the roofs. I'll select it. And then we have what you call transparency override. And then make it 100% transparent. Or let's say 80%. 100% transparent. Then go to OK. Then go to OK. you see that the roof is now transparent. It is there, but it's transparent. But you observe that I've projected these walls, that wall, that wall, this wall, that wall, and then that wall, like the gables, all the gables and all the extensions. I've projected all of them to come and meet what? To come and meet the roof. Are you okay? Are you okay? Hello?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
You're okay. So now I've projected all my walls to come and meet the roof. So between me and you and all of us here, we have a fair understanding of walls. We have a very fair understanding of roof. We have a fair understanding of ceiling. We have a fair understanding of floors. So by the time you come tomorrow, I will have modeled everything concerning walls, floors, ceiling, and then roof without anything. Then I will take you through what I did to achieve them. I expect you also to go and try your hands on your personal projects. If you have any issues, you bring it up, then we address it tomorrow. Are you okay? All the windows, we've discussed the windows, how to load windows, and how to edit windows. We've discussed how to load doors and how to edit doors. If you go to the ground floor plan, we've discussed how to load the WC and then place the WC, how to load the wash and basin and place it, how to load the sink and place it, how to load the furniture and place it, how to load the bed and then place it. So by the time we come tomorrow, I will have done all those things in the project and I only take you through them. So if you don't understand anything, you can ask, okay, mankind, how did you place this window? Mankind, how did you place this door? Mankind, how did you do that? Then we'll discuss that tomorrow. Are you okay? Any question?
I'm okay.
Thank you. And I expect everybody also to work on your own personal projects so that if you have a question to ask that is beating your imagination or anything, we are going to refer you to the project you are working on and then the issue you have with that particular project. As simple as that. If you are not working on any project, don't come and ask us here that you want something else to be explained to you. I think that will help us a lot. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We have about some 10 minutes. Let me use it to teach you how to do a title block. Your own design of a title block, then we can close for here. Because you need it tomorrow whilst you are working. Okay? Already, we've looked at how to create a sheet here. So let me minimize the families and then go to sheets. If you want to create a sheet, you right click, new sheet. Let me maximize it. You come to sheets here. Currently, there are only some few sheets, 3 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. If I want to add another sheet, I'll right click this sheet and then choose what? New sheet. When I choose new sheet, a dialog box will come, new sheet title block. It expects me to select a title block I want to work with. Currently, there is A0 title block, there is A0 metric, then there's A1 title block, then there's none. There is no A3 title block. So if I want A3 title block, I need to go and load a title block called A3 before I can use it. So I'll click load. Then go to my libraries folder, the one I'm working with. If you go to the path, check and confirm that it is not Imperial. So I'll go to my Revit 2016 folder where my libraries are. Open the libraries folder. Then look for English, not English Imperial. Imperial is inches and feet. I want English. Then when I go to English, I can choose UK or US. So let me choose the UK. When I choose UK, you see that there is a title block folder here. So I'll open the title block folder. We have A4 metric title block, A3 metric, A2, A1, A0, then A4 for rebar schedule. I want to choose the A3 title block, then go to open. Then the A3 title block will now be loaded. Title block A3 metric standard. Then I'll choose new sheet and then go to OK. As soon as I go to OK, Revit will create a new sheet for me called A3. So this is a new sheet that has been created. And this sheet here is exactly A3 sheet, as you can see. And if you look at this sheet, if you select it, you see the dimension here, 420 by 297. That is the exact dimension of the sheet. In AutoCAD, people will multiply it by 100 in the model space and then do 42,000 by 29,700. No, in Revit, the exact dimension of the sheet. So that is this one. But this title block that you see here, it is not my title block. It is a title block that was shipped with the software. So if I want a title block, then I need to be able to design my own title block. I don't want to use this title block. And if I want to design my own title block, what approach am I going to use to design my title block? And that is what I want us to discuss now. Any question on title blocks? Or I can continue.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. So to design a title block, I need a title block template. If you want to design anything in Revit, always you need what? A template to design that. So if I want to design a title block, I will need a title block template to do that. And to do that, I go to New, File, New. And when you go to New, there's a new title block here. Let me maximize it so that you see. You go to File, File menu, go to New. And when you go to New, you should see New title block. Do you see it? You see there's a new title block here. So I'll click on that one. When I click on that one, a title block templates folder will show. If you look at the path, it's Revit 2026, Family Templates, English, then title blocks. So within that one, we have A0 template, A1 template, A2 template, A3 template, A4 template, and then you can even define a new size if you want to. So I'll pick A3 template. Then I'll go to Open. When I open it like this one, what is going to happen is that it is going to open a new interface for me. So if you look at the menu items now, it is not the same as if you are working in the project environment. For instance, watch the menu here. We have Create, Insert, View, Manage, Add, Modify. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I go to the ground floor plan, watch the menu again. The menu will change. We have architecture, structure, steel, precast. There are so many items here. But if I come to the title block, only the tools that I need to create a title block that will show. If you remember, when we started the class and we were doing the user interface, I told you that there are about 4 different user interface in Revit. We have the project environment, we have 2D family environment, which is this one. We have 3D family environment, then we have conceptual massing family environment. So there are 4 of them. So if you want to create any 2D component, title block, door tag, window tag, room tag, stair tag, any annotation object that you want to create, north symbol, scale symbol, view title, session head, all the annotations that you want to create, we create them in this environment, 2D family environment. So everything you are going to do here is going to be two-dimensional. And if you look at this title block, it has a width of 420, okay, and then a height of 297. You understand? That is the exact size of the title block. As you can see, here is what 297 by, if I click here, also it's giving me what 420. That is the exact size of the title block. So now in AutoCAD, when you have a rectangle like this one and you want to design your title block, what are you going to do? You draw the line work inside it. You define where your title block details will come. Then you add some few text and then do whatever. So I'll start with that one first. So I'll pick architecture, create line work. When I click on line work, I'll choose pick. I'll do an offset of 7.5 mm. Some people do it 10 mm, but I'll do 7.5 mm. It's not 7.7, 7.5 mm. Then I'll offset it inside. I'll choose a pick rather, pick 7.5. Then I'll set it inside 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. This is the side I'm going to bind on the paper. So if I do 7.5, it will not help me. So I'll do 1.5, 15 mm, 1.5. Then I'll offset it by what? By 15. So that when I'm fresh, I can trim to corner. So I'll take the trim to a modification to called trim. I'll take this one, trim this and then that. Trim this and then that. Trim this one and then this one. Then trim this and then this one. So this will be the border that I'm going to draw within my title block. And then this will be the outline that I'm going to draw. This outline here, it doesn't need to print. So I can tab it and then select all of them. And then if you go to the line work, we can change it to an invisible line. So when I change it to an invisible line, so that it will gray out, as you can see, and it will not print by mistake. So I now know that this is where my title block is supposed to be. I can save it. I've not finished the design, but let me save it. When I save it, I need to know where I am saving it. So I'll go to Revit Essential Training folder. Create a new folder. Call it KDA Custom, or let me call it KDA Library. KDA Library. Then I'll open the KDA library. The inside of it, I can give it a name called A3 Title Block. So that anytime I create any custom library, I'll come and put it here. So I'll save it as A3 Title Block. So now if you check the name will change on the title bar. The name will change on the title bar. If I expand it, it will change on the title bar to say that it is what? A3 what? Title block. Now this is my title block that I'm designing. Now I can add more line work to the title block. So let me remove the scale. Go back to line. I'll say create, pick line again. And then draw a line from here to here for my title block. And I want the distance between this and this to be, say, 75. You can design your own title block the way you want it. You can do it horizontally at the down. When I'm done with this one, this is where all my project details will come. Apart from using the line work, I can go to create. We have what you call filled regions. Filled region. When I take a filled region, what it means is that I can draw any shape, any rectangular shape like this one. Because it is a closed polygon. When I draw a closed polygon like this and then I finish it this way, it will give me a filled region with a hatch pattern. This hatch pattern, it can be any pattern like we use in AutoCAD. It can be solid pattern, it can be different types of pattern. When I select this pattern here, and I go to the properties and I field region. This is the field region here. If I don't like this pattern, I need to edit the type. So I'll go to edit type. When I go to edit type, the pattern it is using is called diagonal crosshatch. I can change it and choose a different one. I want a solid fill, then go to OK. When I choose a solid fill and I go to OK, you see that it will become what? Solid with a color black. If I don't like the color black, I can select it, edit type, and then give it a color. Let's say color red. As soon as I give it color red and I go to OK, it will change to color what? Red, as you can see. So this field region, I can use it and then draw any way I want it. So I can select it, right click, create similar. Then I'll draw a rectangle, let's say from this corner here all the way to this down here, and get just a strip of line. Okay, when I get this one, it's the field region that I'm drawing it. As soon as I finish, I'll get a very long red strip of line. This one I can delete it, I don't need it, I was using it to teach. This color, I can make it black, I can make it gray, I can make it blue. Any color that you want, you can select the field region, edit type, then you come to the color, the field pattern color, and then you can come in here and then change it to blue. When you change it to blue and then go to OK, the color will turn to what? Blue. If you don't like the solid pattern, you can edit type and then say the pattern, I don't want a solid field, but you want a different pattern. There are so many patterns you can choose from here. I can say I want crosshatch pattern, then go to OK, go to OK, then you see that it will give me this crosshatch pattern, blue. You can take this field region and then do different design on your title block. You can do something at the corner here, you can put something at the corner here, you can design anything. You can divide it into different sections if that is what you want to. But for now, I want to use solid. So I'll select this one, edit type, then change the pattern from crosshatch, and then choose what? Solid fill, and go to OK, then go to OK. So I have a solid fill color blue. The next thing I want to do is that I can divide it into different sections. So I'll come in here, right click, create similar again. Create similar, right click the field region and then create similar. So I'll do another field region. Let's say from here to there. I'll draw a small rectangle here. I'll draw another small rectangle here. I'll draw another small rectangle here. Which means that I am dividing my title block into different sections. Okay, let me get these two. When I finish, then I'll choose finish. Where is it? Did I choose lines or field region? I think I didn't choose field region. Excuse me. I'll go to annotate, create, then take field region again. Then I'll do a field region rectangular from here to there. So this is a field region, finish. Okay, I can take it and copy it, CO. Put one here, put another there. So what I've done is that I've just used a field region to create this rectangular shape. I've created this rectangular shape. You can draw any shape that you want to get the title block properly done. When you are done, you can bring in an image, maybe your company logo or something that you've done. So you can go to insert here. There's insert. Then when you go to insert, import image. Then I can go to my computer, go to my images desktop, go to pick this image whole, and then go to open. And as soon as I pick this image will come. Then I can drag this image, select the image, drag it and then make it smaller, and then make the image very small. It can be any image, it can be logo. Then I can come and put the image somewhere here. Let me put it here as a company logo. Let me make it smaller. Good. So I can put this image here. So you can put any image in the drawing. Apart from the image, if you go to create, this is where I want you to focus your attention on. This one is just graphical. Under text, there are two types of text. One is normal text and the other is label. A text and then the label. There are two different things. Let me expand and show you again. We have a label and then we have a text. This text is a normal text. The one we call a label here is a parametric text that has got some parametric features. So when you pick this text on the title block and then you type something, say name, it is just a text with the particular name. It doesn't have anything apart from you editing it and then giving it a name word, text. The only thing you can do is that you can take the text, go to edit type, because I've told you you can edit anything. So if you go to edit type dialog box here and then you open it, you realize that you can change the graphics of the text, then you can change the text itself. So the graphics, I can give the text a color I want. If I want it to have color red, I can choose color red. If I want it to have a border, I can show border, but I don't want to show border. If I go to the text itself, I can choose the text font I want. Everybody has a font he or she works with. So I can choose area bold, area black as a text. Then the font size, I can change it to say 2.5 mm font size. Then I go to OK. As soon as I do that, the text will change to area bold. The font size will be 2.5 mm, and then the color will be the color I chose for it. And it is just a text. So I can rename it and call it client name or client. What it means that it's just a client name. It's a text. Now this title block, I've designed it. I've added some line work here. I've added some hatch pattern here. I've added an image here. Let me make the image a bit big. Then I've also added a text here. Now I can load this text into a project. So I'll go to load into a project. The text is now loaded into this project here. So if I go to sheets, right click, new sheet, I will now see my title block A3 that I want to choose, and I'll click on OK. If I click on OK, I can select this one, change my title block to the one I just created, A3 title block here. So this is my A3 title block I just created, made up of lines, this field region, this image, and then this text. But because I use normal text here, when I come in here, I cannot edit this text anyway. It's just a fixed text. I can't do anything about it. If I want to be able to change it and then edit it, then the right tool I can use is to use a label. So I'll go to edit formula again. It will take me back to where I am designing my title block. Then I'll come in here and then choose create. And instead of picking text this time round, I'll not pick text, but I'll rather pick what? A label. I repeat, I'll pick a label. So when I click the label, I can come just below this client name here and click under it. You see that as soon as I click, it will load, it will bring this dialog box, says that edit label, edit label. Then it says that category of parameters. You see that there are so many parameters that we can assign to the title block, including the author, building name, check by, client name, current revision date, current revision description, current revision issue, current issue to, issued by. Let me emphasize something here. Some of you have been working on architectural projects and you understand how to work with revisions. Somebody is also working on architectural project or structural project and has no idea about revisions. So if you are creating your title block and you understand the concept of how to use revisions, then you can include the revision date, You can include a revision description. You can include the issued to, issued by, and then incorporate it in your title block. But if you do not know how to work with revisions, I beg, forget about it. Go to client name and then just add. Later on, go and learn how to work with revisions before you can then use it. So I'll just pick client name and then go to OK. Now when I come in here, this one is a label. It is not a text. If I let me bring the properties to the side a bit so you appreciate what I'm saying. I'll put the properties here, close to the title block. When I select this one here, this one is a text, 8 mm text. It tells you that it is a text, 8 mm. Then under here to tell you that it is text notes. But if I select this one here, it's telling me that it is a tag label tag, and it belongs to what? Title block. It is not a text. Now, this client name here, as soon as I load it into the project, and then override the existing, then you come in here, as soon as I click on this client name, I can edit it and put the name of the client, KDA Design Technologies. KDA Design Technologies, then enter. So I can see that I've been able to enter the name of the word of the client called KDA Design Technologies. And this is a smart object. When you come to the properties here and then select this title block, you should see the client name and then edit it. Or if I go back to here, manage, go to manage, and then go to project information here. That KDA that I typed inside there, if you come to project information here, you should see it. Minimize. I think it's got the screen is gone again. Go to zoom. Go to screen, share screen. Share everything. Okay. Share. Okay. Now let me minimize this one. If you come in here, the name that I type, client name, you see that the client name is also appearing here. If I come into the project here, let me minimize this zooming thing. It's distracting me. Where's the magnifier? If I come here and then zoom in here, you see that this is the KDA Design Technologies here. That's showing in the title block. When I go to project information here also, you should see the KDA Design Technologies here. If I change the name here to KDA Design, and then I go to OK, it will also change here to KDA Design. So that one is a parametric object. And because it is parametric, you can easily work with it. Are you okay? I think it's a good point to stop for today. When we come tomorrow, I'll go over this title block again because we are already 15 minutes beyond 10 p.m. If there's any question, you can bring it up, then I'll address it for you. Any question?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
To draw back or anything, but on the second day, we treated how to different color schemes to the floor plans when visiting clients and stuff like that. I tried to do it, but then it's not applying. Okay. So can you please do it again for me to see?
I'll go to the ground floor. I've already added the rooms, you remember? You see, the rooms are there.
Yes, sir.
I've already given them
names.
So what I'll do is that I'll take the ground floor plan. I'll right click, make a duplicate of it. Because I want to create a different representation of the ground floor plan. So I'll choose duplicate. When I choose duplicate, it will give me a new copy, ground floor plan copy 1. I'll right click, rename it, and then call it ground floor plan sketch. Okay, sketch design. Then enter. So this ground floor plan sketch design is different from this ground floor plan, but it's the same model. You understand? But only that this view is different from what? This view. Now when I come to the ground floor sketch design, I'll go to the properties here. The properties here. Then go and look for color scheme. Color scheme. So this is the color scheme here. Let me bring the magnifier again. Increase it. Then come in here. Look for color scheme. Are you seeing it? Within the properties.
Yes, sir.
And currently it is saying what? The color scheme says what?
None.
None. So which means that there is no color scheme assigned to it. So I'll click on it.
Yes.
When I click on it, this dialog box will pop up. And the category of object that I want to apply the color scheme is not a space, it's a what?
The room.
It's a room. So I'll select the room. And then the room, I can do the color scheme by what? Name. So you click on the name, then you click what? Okay. When you are done, then the color scheme will be applied. Are you okay?
Okay. I see my mistake. After I changed it from the space to room, I didn't pick the specification.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other question, please? Is it, Antoinette, do you realize that when you practice it, and then you ask a very real question pertaining to a challenge that you face, now this solution is very well understood. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So this is what how I want questions to be answered from today's onwards. If you ask a question related to what you have done. Okay? And I can assure you, any question that you ask, you'll be getting an answer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other issue before you close?
Sure.
Any other issue? Nico, Pakofi, Seto.
Yeah, I don't have any issue.
Okay. BC.
I'm okay, sir.
BC, what is your full name?
Davis Mensabaf.
What?
Davis Mensabaf.
Davis Mensabaf, okay. So
Davis.
what will happen is that when we come tomorrow, I will have worked on this project and advanced it a bit. I have a bedroom here, I have a terrace here, I have a terrace at the back here. There's no kitchen, there's no visitors WC, there's nothing. So I'm going to add more spaces here and then show the dining, show the kitchen, show powder room and stuff. There are a shower here. I'll put all the showers. I'll detail all the working closets. I'll size my doors and my windows properly. Then it will come as a complete model. But I'll take my time and then take you through it all over again. So you can also compare it with whatever project you are also working on. You understand what I'm saying? Then you can use it to work. So if you have any issue related to your project, then we can address it. Point number 2. This project that I started with, that I said we are going to work with, the Revit Essential Training, and then the sample project. Where is that one? This project that I showed you, this particular one. I'm also going to take my time and then model that one to step by step by starting a new project with a template, creating the levels, creating floor plans, and then upload them also to the YouTube also. And when I upload them, I'll make them available to you so that you can also watch the video and see the process that I will use in modeling this one. So that if you have any challenge, you can compare notes and then do that. I'll not model this one in a class. I'll model it separate and then upload it and then make it accessible to you. Okay? Thank you very much. See you guys next week, Monday.
Thank you, sir.
If you have any question, when you are working and then you have any challenge facing you, please post it on the WhatsApp platform. I will answer your question for you. If you call me privately, I won't mind you. Okay? Because the problem that you might be facing, somebody too might be facing the same or similar problem. So if you have any challenge, I beg, post it on our platform and I'll answer you on the platform. See you guys next week. Thank you very much.
Sir, I have a question to ask.
Okay, please ask.
I wanted to find out that are we using our own project?
Yes, use your own project. Take some small project,
okay.
Your own project. Then you understand.
And then I'm on course.
Don't do a new design. Not a new design. A project that you've worked on already. Then you finish and maybe done working drawings on it before. It can
I started with a small 2-bedroom.
So concentrate upon that one. And the objective is that small 2-bedroom, you should be able to model it, do renderings, do working drawings of it before we finish.
Oh, okay.
And so everybody should take it to their own project. And anytime you face any problem on that project, you share your problem with the platform, with all of us. Then all of us will help you solve the problem.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other issue? If there's no other issue, I can assume that we can close for the day. Thank you very much.
I second.
Bye-bye.